Once upon a time, there was a golf ball. On the surface, it seemed to be a completely normal ball, a humble piece of sporting equipment, ready for use on the green. But when placed in a small room, filled to the brim with delicate objects, the ball took on another purpose. It became an evil tool of ultimate destruction.
Hang on a sec, Darren. Are you talking about the video game Dangerous Golf?
Affirmative.
Dangerous Golf is not just a golf game, it's a destruction simulator. Your job is to shoot a golf ball off and then guide it and putt it through a room until you've destroyed as much as you can.
That's right, Hex, and despite what Darren says, I don't think the ball is actually evil.
That's just what it wants you to think.
But it sure does cause a lot of destruction. This game is all about reveling in the joy of smashing stuff into itsy bitsy bits. You'll be putting over a variety of locations around the world. There's kitchens full of plates, frying pans and soup, cellars full of bottles and barrels.
There are also toilet cubicles to crash into, and petrol stations to blow up. And my personal favourite, this elegant dining hall with a piano and statues, which you crash into and blow up.
These rooms are designed in a way that begs you to wreck everything.
And it's quite sophisticated how objects fall apart when you smash through them.
It's strangely satisfying watching plates fall to the ground and shatter and microwaves explode. And all the while watching those dollar signs stack up, hoping that you've caused enough mayhem to unlock the next level. If you don't, it's try again, perhaps aiming for new angles or a destruction strategy.
Yeah, for example, at one point I discovered you could shoot back into the fourth wall and get a bit of a height boost when you need it.
The idea of destroying a room is fairly straightforward, but as much as I like the chaos, and I do like the chaos, the way the game has been put together is confusing and sloppy. For example, you're told which buttons you have to press in the loading screens, but then when the game starts, you have to remember them. This would normally be fine, but these controls are unusual.
Yeah, I agree, Darren. The controls are a bit awkward. You have to flick the left stick forward to send the ball flying, and then you have no control over where it goes. Then, if you've destroyed enough objects, your ball can go on fire, which lets you shoot it off again and allows you to guide it through the room. It's pretty exciting when you manage to get some good combos and cascades of broken items, but a lot of it just feels random.
Yeah, there is a lot of luck involved. Too much, really. And once you've angled into a few pots or walls, you tend to feel like there's not much more you can do about the rest of your on-fire time. Then you need to putt the ball into a final hole, and sometimes it seems utterly impossible because you've landed in the wrong spot. And then other times it goes in without any skill required at all. Like magic. Even for a silly smashing game like this, there needs to be some skill involved.
I understand that the developers are trying to make the putting less about accuracy and more about fun, but in the end you just end up doing too much trial and error, which does not feel rewarding.
Yeah, it's a good point, Darren. It's rare that you feel like you've done a good job. Even when you get a gold or platinum medal or perform some of the seemingly random signature moves, it still feels like you didn't earn it.
Guys, I have some issues with the financial economics of this world. I do not believe plates cost this much. That's a lot of money.
And why does missing a hole cost you tens of thousands of dollars? That punishment seems unfair.
I struggle with what I should be prioritizing to destroy. I mean, you do get hints, but it's still quite tricky to look around this room and work out what will cost the most, or which kind of ricochets will be possible. I want to be able to plan out angles and watch things blow up together in huge chain reactions. Because in similar games we've played before, that was key to the enjoyment, whereas this feels a little bit more like a tech demo.
We don't know this for sure, but it's hard not to think that the developers made these levels as a test and then tried to make a game out of it. And the levels, while set in countries like France, the US and Australia, are not representative of those countries either.
That's right, Darren. Where are the kangaroos?
Yeah, or the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, or French Perth. I think you guys are right. This does feel like a tech demo with menus. This needed more time on polish and testing. The mechanics of things like money flags aren't explained well, and there isn't enough interaction with environmental elements like fire and water. And that could have caused some fun chain reactions. And on top of all that, sometimes the camera locks in position and doesn't show you all the destruction that you're causing. That's the whole point of the game.
Another reason we're being quite negative about this game is that it's quite expensive for what you get. And if you're playing on PC, it appears you can only officially use it with an Xbox One or Xbox 360 controller. There's no keyboard support, which is pretty strange considering how simple the controls are.
That's my biggest issue with this game, Hex. I want to be able to swing a golf club in a golf game, or have some mechanic to measure power, angle, or a timing minigame. These are things that almost all golf games have, and are strangely missing here. Oh, but we should wrap this up. What are your final thoughts?
This was pretty disappointing overall. I'm giving it 1.5 out of 5 rubber chickens.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this, but I did not have much fun, so I'm giving it 1 out of 5 rubber chickens.